Being healthy for me started as a young child. When I was 13, I was diagnosed with IBS, and it became a very serious issue all throughout my life and was a theme in everything that I did. I couldn't go to the bathroom for weeks at a time.
Never had help, now waiting on a deal on my own time, on my own ground. You know we ain't never gonna quit. My heart, baby girl, let's go. You know life's too short. Don't you miss the boat.
Do you suffer from IBS? Do you struggle regulating your blood sugar or blood pressure? Then you'll want to watch this video all the way to the end. Are you afraid to eat because it may lead to irritation in your bowels or having to use laxatives or even enemas? Imagine being able to eat without bloating, acid reflux, or spikes in your blood sugar levels. If you watch this video all the way to the end, I promise it will reveal some of the secrets that I've used to change my life and regain my health. That's because I suffered from IBS for over 13 years, and as a result, I was extremely malnourished and developed kidney stones. I had several skin conditions and hid an eating disorder for many years, gorging and purging on a regular basis. But ever since I found the courage to consume this one plant, despite some of the precautions, it's gifted me with the power to overcome any health condition. There's no other plant that can do all of the things that this one plant can. It's been studied more than any other plant in the world. It has thousands of research papers, scholarly articles, and even it's been mentioned in the Bible. This one plant could help return your body to a state of balance. It could help your mind become more sharp and mobile. It only takes consistency and the will to live. Do you want to live? Do you love yourself to the fullest? And do you want to take healthy back? Then love yourself to the fullest and take healthy back. Hit that like button if you agree that health is wealth. And subscribe to the Grow Moringa YouTube channel if you have a desire to stay on track and to get more regular. Get these reminders of how amazing this one plant is so that you can become more regular too. And that's because we're going to reveal the secrets to this one plant here in the next several videos, so you'll want to stay tuned. One of the best ways that you can start taking healthy back is by getting chapter 1 of my new book for free. Chapter 1 of my new book is free, and it mentions some of the health benefits of this one plant and how you can begin to use it in your everyday life. Your free chapter even begins to teach you how to make an income from growing this one plant. The more that you invest in yourself, the more that you will receive. I've had the pleasure of working with this one plant for almost 10 years, and it's given me everything that I've ever wanted and dreamed, including my health. That's because I no longer suffer from digestive issues, psoriasis, or even anemia. I've made sure that this one plant is always around me because it teaches me more and more every day about its wonderful and miraculous benefits. Get your free chapter 1 today. Keep watching to find out how you can take healthy back now. Enjoy this episode of Taking Healthy Back with Maria.
Welcome to another episode of Taking Healthy Back with Maria. Me being Maria. And my guest today is Kendrick Henry, who I met 7 years ago at a farmer's market, and we became fast friends. And he is the owner, proprietor, the architect of Grow Moringa. And he's located in Plant City, Florida. And he is one of the most amazing people I have met in my journey in life, healing journey. And every time we get together, it seems to be a divine appointment. And today we've already gone through so much information that we share with each other because we haven't seen each other in a while. And let's jump right into it and unpack all the goodness that Kendrick has for us to share today.
Thanks,
so
Maria.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you so much.
I love you too.
He's one of my surrogate sons, so it's great to watch him grow from where I met him to who he is today, and I think you'll agree with me that he's a gem. So my first question, Kendrick, is how do you believe that wellness has contributed to your success, your idea of success, and is it even a factor?
Right. It's contributed to every part of my success, not just my health, but also in my business and in my relationships. Because if I continue to have healthy relationships and the right people that are around me in my circle, then I continue to feel healthy and I'm not feeling drained. Or if I maintain a schedule with my diet or with my workout, or just being able to be outside playing with my plants, that is a huge contributor to my health, my mental health, because I get to go out and ground. I'm also an air sign. Both my parents are also air signs, so we're very airy. And so for me, I find also being around Virgos who are very earthy and connected helps me to ground as well. And so being healthy for me started as a young child. When I was 13, I was diagnosed with IBS. And it became a very serious issue all throughout my life and was a theme in everything that I did. I couldn't go to the bathroom for weeks at a time. And it caused a lot of problems with my mental health and also with my physical health as well. So by the time I was in my master's degree, I figured I have to master my body if I'm going to master this architecture program that I'm in.
Right.
And it was so symbolic in that way, where mastering building temples and my own temple.
Right.
And
oh, wow.
I had to put those two together. And that's when I began my fasting journey. I began cleansing and detoxing. And that's when I found Moringa. And that's what I essentially have been doing since then. It's been about almost 10 years since I fasted and began to change my diet. And from that, maintaining these levels of wellness and health in my life. Yeah, you know, I've got some ups and downs. I'm not perfect, but that has attributed to every time I notice that I'm on the right path, the right people come at the right time, and also the money. Also, it's a big, huge part of how I'm able to keep going, how I'm able to pay for gas, how I'm able to pay for my home. You know, getting this business started, I was essentially homeless, trying to get this thing going. And during those times, I turned to health and wellness to find my center and to build to that next level, like a stepping stone each time.
And that's what's happened that I've witnessed of you over the past 7 years. And earlier when we were talking, you said your wellness is your success.
I did.
So that's very exciting. So let's just back up a little. A lot of people might not know what Moringa is. And later we'll talk about your business a little bit and what you've grown to and what you offer to the world. So just let's have a little snippet about Moringa.
Moringa is a complete protein. It's a tropical tree that grows, and we consume pretty much every part of the tree. Not only in a, say, like a residential sense where we can eat the leaves and make powders for smoothies, but it's also very valuable in a commercial sense because it can be consumed not only by humans, but also by animals, and also it's a plant food. So bigger picture is we are focusing on how we can use Moringa to amend the soil.
Oh, okay.
And it also helps to increase crops, and it helps to increase the levels of crops. So say you have a tomato plant and it's producing a tomato. If you put Moringa down in the soil, it might have 5 tomatoes. I mean, it is literally helping to increase crop levels by using the same powder that we consume in our leaves and our smoothie. You also need to put that back in the soil because it's high in iron, magnesium, and it also has lots of zinc and potassium, and it has calcium. and has a lot of the things that the soil is lacking.
So it's a whole food. You could survive on moringa if you needed.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It is proven that you can survive on moringa alone for 8 years.
Oh my goodness.
But it's boring. You know, you wouldn't want to just
of
eat
course.
moringa all day, every day.
No,
So
I understand that. And also, if you fortify the soil, you have less pests.
exactly.
Is that
It's
true?
also a natural pesticide. So not only do we put the powder on the soil, but we also take the leaves and we make a tea out of the leaves and we spray that
Oh
on
my
the
goodness,
leaves.
That's great.
And so we also, and that's available in a product that we offer called the Bio Box. And this
Oh.
allows people to use the powder and the tea, this extract, we call it leaf extract, moringa leaf extract, to spray it. And we use those two items together to help fortify the soil, increase the microorganisms, and to also provide you with more fruits and vegetables.
Okay, so if this sounds exciting to you, please watch till the end because you're going to find out how you can learn. I just learned so much right now, and I've known him all this time. So you're going to find out in a little bit how you can learn more, get more involved, and make moringa an integral part of your life, which I do myself. Okay, so my second question is, what are your 3 to 5 non-negotiables to sustain your wellness?
I love that. I have found that waking up with the sun and also being outside for me during sunset is very important. Those 2 times of the day, I need to be out in nature. So that is my thing. So I have to be up and out by the sunrise, waking up with the sun, and also being outside, working with the plants in the soil at sunset. And I love to watch the sun during those times as well.
So things that I've learned about the sun and why we need to get it into our eyes in the morning and evening or whenever is because the sun does to us what it does to plants.
Exactly.
So do you have a little deeper knowledge about what that actually means for our body?
Well, yeah. So trees are fungal based. Things like kale and lettuce and herbs, they have a different root system, and like grasses, they're more bacteria based.
Okay.
And I say that because trees are fungal based and so are we.
Oh.
And so that's why we also do really well consuming mushrooms and consuming soil, because there's lots of mycelium in the soil.
Wow.
And so when I touch the soil on my hands, especially because I am wearing boots a lot, I have my hands in the soil. I do take my boots off quite a bit outside when I'm working, but I feel more like connected with that mycelial network, and that is also helping to feed me. And that's another part of my health and wellness journey is another non-negotiable for me is sugar. I don't do sugar. So
No sugar.
No sugar. And I haven't done
Except
sugar.
for fruits and
Exactly.
whatever comes from the earth.
Exactly. Now I do eat lots of fruit. You know, that's really good forms of sugar, and also it's high in electrolytes, and there's a substance in sugar or in fruit. It's H3O. It's not necessarily water, but it's actually like a gel. And that gel is actually more closely related to our blood and the plasma that's in our blood.
And so it's more hydrating
It's
as well.
very hydrating. So eating fruit, a fruit-based diet, I'm plant-based, mostly a fruitarian. I do eat lots of vegetables and lots of nuts, but I mostly consume fruits as my main form of proteins. And it can be a little bit of a calorie deficit, which is why sometimes I'll treat myself with some tacos or some sandwiches or something like that.
But specifically about the sun, what does it do within our body and why it's so important, and why, the current narrative about blocking the sun is really failed? So why do we need the sun?
Of course, the vitamin D, is very important, but it also, we are electric beings, and one of the things that I do a lot in the morning is I drink salt water. Like the ocean is full of salt. It's electric. And that battery system that we run on in our body electrifies with the sun. We are getting straight power from the sun. We are supermen and women.
We're getting straight power from the sun.
Straight powered up. I'm plugging in. I got to recharge my battery. and that I am that battery and I get that power through the sun. And I know that, and that's a part of the whole struggle, or the power of it is just knowing that. When you're getting
awareness.
The awareness.
Awareness.
Of it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, your other non-negotiables.
Hey there, greetings. I hope you're enjoying the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Have you liked this video yet? We're almost at 10K subscribers, and I want to reach as many health conscious people as possible. Make sure to like this video and share it with a friend. They may want to hear it from someone other than you. And also, don't forget to get your copy of Chapter 1 for free. It's now at growmoringa.com. Thank yourself for starting this miraculous journey and for taking healthy back. It was yours to begin with, and it's just around the corner. Keep pushing forward because I know exactly how you feel. Now, to finish the episode of Taking Healthy Back with Maria. Enjoy. Another non-negotiable is my own space.
Okay.
I have struggled with boundaries my whole life because I am a magnet. I'm
Okay.
a shining light. I've always been the center of attention and someone that always attracts others, you know, to them.
Sure.
Whether it's online or even just at school.
At a market.
At a market. I've always had a crowd around me wherever I go. So also a lot of people want to come see me every day. And I also get hundreds of calls a day. I get thousands of text messages a day. And so one of the things that I've had to do is kind of turn my phone off, you know,
Sure.
only text messages. And if you want to call back, then you can get a consultation. At this point, I'm becoming much more professional in my business.
Enterprised.
I'm turning into the person that I've always dreamed of.
Sure.
But I didn't know how to because I was always I didn't have any boundaries, and I just kind of just did whatever others wanted me. And I think I'm focusing and listening to myself for the first time in my whole life. Yeah, it's taken this.
The original voice within you.
Yeah, and not really being influenced too much about, you know, like making money.
Sure.
Has also driven, you know, we all like having a job, you know, like I walked out of my last job over 10 years ago. From there, I became an entrepreneur, and I said, I don't want to necessarily work for someone else. Right. That was kind of another boundary that I created back in the day, about 10 years ago or so, was not working for anybody else. That is one of my other boundaries. And also just protecting my space.
Right.
And so that's been really helpful. I've really loved these last few months of finding myself. Finishing my book has also allowed me to then just kind of say, well, it's in my book. And I don't have to necessarily explain it too much further because before it wasn't in the book. It was still in my head.
Sure. And everyone was bombarding you with texts and messages and emails and calls. You just couldn't keep up with it.
And now it's so nice because I'm like, this morning, there were several questions in my members area about this pest or this problem, or how to do this at a harvest and how to do this. And I was just able to say, that's in chapter 4. That's in chapter 8. That's in chapter 2. And it just feels so good to have that power.
So you're not draining your battery.
Yes.
Is what you're
because it's all been
about.
said. I said it all already.
Yes. Which is my next question is, how are you contributing to bringing health back, taking healthy back for the world, for yourself, you know, for others? And this is the exciting part.
Yeah. Well, I focused on one plant. This one plant right here. This one tree. And when I first came across this one tree from Dr. Sebi, I found out about this tree. I also started my plant business. And that was a whole world that opened up of tens of thousands of plants that I could sell to make a living. Because one of my boundaries now is also too, I want to make a living from nature. Right? That's one of my boundaries. I don't necessarily want to sell anything. I want to sell one thing, and I've decided that the one thing that I'll sell to get to this next stage that I'm going into now is Moringa and education and community. Because I'm an architect, and what do architects do? They solve problems and they build community. And that's what I'm doing, is building an online community And also we have meetups on special days and times with each other. We have special events throughout the year that we gather. I created a private members community that is an educational platform that teaches and educates, but it also comes with support and members. So these members are all over the country. And then when someone is like, hey, I need cuttings, or I need help with a harvest, or I need to know more about this, but they're in California, or they're in Arizona, or they're in Texas. We now have members all over the country.
Members who are growing and involved with selling moringa and harvesting and curating products and whatnot.
Yes.
So that's what the collective is. It's really a directory of people all over the world, really, you're international, who are invested in moringa, whether for their financial benefit or physical benefit that they can get involved with. And you have over 300 members in this collective. And it's also a communication, it's a community, it's helping one another.
Yes, and support. That's the biggest thing, because when someone has a question about the book, they can come into our online community. It's an app, essentially. We have our own app. And when you come in and you have a question about it, you get support with it. And you get others sharing their stories. A lot of business success is all about the story. So we have individuals, businesses, and co-ops. So say like somebody in California is saying, hey, I'd really love to join your collective, but I don't have enough money to join. I'm on disability, or I'm on fixed income. A lot of our members are on fixed income, but they know other people, and they're like, but I know this person that's interested, and I know this person that's interested, and I tell them, you guys can team up and form your own co-op and join as one. So come in as a unit and share credentials, share your login, come in, and you guys can also become a co-op within it. We have chapters all over the world. So if you are an individual and you're just one person, you can join. But also if you have a group of people that want to join, those group of people can also join as one. And also we have businesses that come in that give their entire team access as one. And so
moringa is, I hate to hop on any bandwagon that's trending, because trends don't usually last. But moringa is tried and true. One thing you didn't mention about moringa is that it's good for every health challenge.
Yeah, there's over 300 known preventative diseases and illnesses that moringa can be attributed to, helping to reduce, prevent.
And as a preventative, drinking tea every day, taking capsules, tinctures, or whatever.
Powder, smoothies, incorporating the powder in many of the recipes, which we have inside the book. Some of the most common ways to consume moringa is actually from the seed pod. It's a traditional way of cooking the seed pod. It's known as a drumstick. And so it's like this long, big okra-looking thing. And that okra-looking thing is chopped, boiled, and souped. And that is a very, very high calorie, protein, and mineral-rich way of getting the vitamins in your body and using the tree. And so actually, traditionally, the most important part of it was the drumstick. The leaves were just extra. They just kind of came with the tree. And so now we mostly just consume the leaves. But really the most valuable part of it is the drumstick, because inside the drumstick is also the seed. And the tree itself is called Moringa oleifera. Oleifera means oil producing. Oleifera, oleifera. And that means that the seed has high amounts of oil. The seed can be pressed and used in cooking. The oil can be used in cooking, and also topically, I have some on my skin right now.
I think you also told me that if you consume the seed, that it's anti-parasitic.
It is. So any seed that's in the ground, it also repels bugs and
Okay.
parasites, so that way they don't eat the seed.
Mm,
So
right.
in theory, it's also doing the same thing. So if you're consuming this antibiotic,
Mm-hmm.
you're also helping to reduce the amounts of candida and parasites that you
Right,
have. Now,
right.
we all have parasites, right?
Absolutely.
We need them to help break down our food, enzymes, right?
Sure, sure.
And this also in moderation can help you to just maintain a healthy level.
Okay. So how can people get involved with your collective, give the lowdown of how people can be involved, membership, stuff, all that.
Yeah, you can start with just buying the book. If you don't want to have anything to do with
Mm-hmm.
a members community or paying extra for the community itself, just grab the book, and there is a wealth of information here. It took me 8 years to get this out into there.
Right. And just from someone who does not have the knowledge that you have, Moringa is ridiculously easy to grow and maintain.
It's one of
It's
the
a
fast,
no-brainer.
It really is, and especially in this area, it's one of the fastest growing trees in the world. It loves the tropical Mediterranean kind of climate, and you can eat them and produce income because they are a cash crop, and you can produce income from the leaves within 30 days.
Wow.
So if you want to learn how to take your business or take yourself to the next level, then you can join the collective, where we have a community space online, where we have an app. You can download the app on your phone. It's very convenient, and you can begin to connect with the other 300 members. You can even begin to start a business. You can start a Moringa business, and we help to encourage Moringa businesses by sharing and teaching you how to create social media posts, and also how to get your license, your business license. We have all the training inside there. So I have courses, classes. I also do weekly webinars myself, and also the members get together every day. So they have an opportunity to get together every day. I showed you the events tab inside there through the app, where you can just get on one of the events, because every single day there are live events happening in the members area.
So people in the collective can also conduct events.
It's open. It's open for them. And if they hit me up and say, hey, can I have my own show at 5 p.m. every Thursday? Sure, what do you want the title to be? I create the event for them, and it'll go live for them to be able to teach whatever they want to teach inside the members area. So if you wanted to have your own show, if you wanted to promote your business, this is all for the members to grow, build, and expand their business.
Okay. So clearly, to me, you're not just about health and wellness of the body. You are helping other people thrive, make money, become financially free, have peace of mind. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I want everyone to be able to make an income from Moringa and experience how it feels to be able to make some money from nature. You know, it's like you're going to
feels so good.
You know, doing something maybe that's outside of yourself that doesn't feel good. But one of the ways that I'm able to get in my car and consume gas and use petroleum products and have plastics and all that stuff, one of the reasons why I'm able to not go crazy is because I planted a seed today. You know, I planted a tree today. You know, I know that that is going to create more oxygen in the atmosphere, and I can sleep better at night knowing that I planted a seed today. That's kind of like my boundary is I have to plant a seed today.
I love it. And you're planting seeds
These
now.
seeds,
Yeah, you
exactly.
planted many seeds in me today.
Good.
Thank you. Are there any final words, any recommendations for encouraging someone to take their health back?
Less is more.
I love it.
You know, simplify. You can live off of water for several days. I did it. I fasted for 30 days on water.
Absolutely.
When you create those boundaries, do more for yourself, that health and mental awareness will begin to return. It's there.
Yes.
It's
not selfish.
It's not. It's just self. It's not kind of.
How can you serve others if you can't serve yourself?
That's the biggest thing. So that's why I really love your format. I love your questions, because it's helping to unveil what is really happening a lot of times with people. And even in myself today, this was also very therapeutic. So thank you for helping to help me realize the things that I need to be even more healthy.
Yes, yes. And he planted a seed in me to make things like this more available to more people who want to bring healing to the world. So I may very well be creating a Taking Healthy Back collective. So people like you and other people of like nature can be in this collective.
Absolutely.
So it's the only way that we can heal the world.
I'll be in there. I'll be in there helping and sharing.
Yes, absolutely. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much. This was a pleasure. And I will leave your information in the description below, all the ways to contact you, your book, everything.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Did you enjoy today's episode with Maria as much as I did? Well, make sure to follow, like, and share this video with a friend. And also go subscribe to Maria's channel, Taking Healthy Back. She's sharing these unbelievable stories about how people are taking their healthy lifestyles back in their hands, how they are becoming more powerful and finding themselves through the process. This is a lifelong journey. It's not over once you get here. You have to stay here because it's easy to go back to where you were and how you feel. And you're gonna be reminded many, many times throughout the journey that you just gotta stick with it. One of the things that really helps me is finding my space and also spending time outside in nature and really creating that block in my schedule every single day to be outside, working with my plants, working with my trees. And I really love seeing others find themselves, share their stories. Please don't hesitate to comment below. Let us know what you're going through and how this is going to help you and how it has helped you so far into realizing how important taking your health back really is. So thanks a lot for watching and subscribing to the Grow Moringa YouTube channel. Go check out Maria and her page. She's doing some really great things. She's visiting people, doing interviews and podcasts. And I'm really proud of her for also finding herself and taking her health back and putting it in her hands. She has a wonderful story. Get to know Maria more, and I'll see you around. I'm here if you need me. You can always give me a call or a text at 813-567-3100. My email is we@growmoringa.com if you want to learn more about the collective. And don't forget, chapter 1 is free. You're more than welcome to visit growmoringa.com and get your free chapter today. I look forward to hearing from you, seeing you, and you'll also be added to my weekly newsletter. So that way you get regular updates on where I am, what I'm doing, because I'm on book tour. I'm traveling the country. I'm also sharing the story of others and letting others know how they can take healthy back with Moringa. So peace, love, and prosperous growing, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.
Never had help, not waiting on a deal on my own time, on my own grind.